Se você é um apaixonado por filmes faroestes, você está no canal correto. Apenas faroestes. Filmes e séries inesquecíveis. Curta esse canal. Inscreva-se e participe do seu crescimento. Compartilhe nas suas redes sociais. Apenas faroeste.
Came up on him around the corner there. Ed Conway was pistol whipping Mr. Miller.
That is a lie! Eddie wasn't there. He swore to me he wasn't there.
Mrs. Conway, sit down.
I won't sit down. I got as much right to talk as he has. He's trying to lie my husband into prison. I don't have to sit here and let him do that.
Mrs. Conway, for the last time, sit down or I'll have you ejected from this court.
All right, I'll sit down. You won't listen to Eddie or to me, but you listen to Cartwright telling his lies. Go on, Cartwright, tell your lies. Now sit down.
You may proceed, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, there's not really much else to tell you, Honor. Like I say, Ed Conway was whipping on Mr. Miller pretty good with his pistol when I caught him there, and well, he beat him to the ground. That's it.
Did Conway attack you?
Well, sort of. We scuffled for a minute or two, and I finally got the gun away from him, and about that time, a bunch of other folks came up.
Thank you, sir. Your witness, Mr. Becker.
Your Honor, the defendant wishes to change his plea to guilty and asks the mercy of the court.
Court accepts the plea. Defendant will rise. The court sentences you to 5 years in the state penitentiary.
No, you can't do that!
This court is adjourned.
Eddie. You satisfied now? You lied my husband into prison 5 years? You hear what he said? 5 years in prison? You don't care, do you? Nah, you just don't care. Well, what about Petey? How's he supposed to eat? How's he gonna get his clothes, a roof over his head? Can you answer me that, can you? All right. You sent his father away to prison. I can't take care of him. You keep him. 'Cause I sure can't.
She is to give away her own child.
Here you go, buddy. Come here, baby. It's all right. There's nothing to be afraid of, pal. Everything's gonna be all right. Come on. We'll fall back right in, okay? that belly of yours. How does that sound?
Just fine, Mr. Cartwright.
Oops. Old Hop Sing wouldn't let you in his kitchen looking like that. Get that face cleaned up. There we go now. Clean as a whistle, huh? But it's not Mr. Cartwright. I'm Hoss and you're Petey. Mr. Cartwright's my paw. You got that?
Hoss and Petey.
That's it, Hoss and Petey. Hop Sing. This here is Petey. Petey, this is Hop Sing. He does the cooking around here and dang near everything else is very important. Can you say Hop Sing?
Hop Sing.
There you go.
Petey, good name. You big, strong boy.
Yeah. Petey's a wrangler. He's going to go to work for us tomorrow, breaking horses.
Petey, maybe a little bit small?
Well, we'll just use small horses. Right now, old Petey's a mite hungry. You reckon you could round up some victuals for him?
Right away. Big meal for little wrangler.
Petey, Hop Sing will get you something to eat, and you enjoy it, son. I'll be in the next room.
Now, first thing, glass of milk. Tasty. It's good. Now, piece of bread with sugar. Now, where is your mama, Papa?
Papa was bad. He went to jail.
Oh, so sorry. Don't worry. He come back soon.
5 years.
You got Mama. She take care of you.
Mama don't want me.
What do you say?
She don't want me. She gave me the horse.
Oh. Women funny people. They say this, they say that. Don't mean nothing. All the time they change their mind. You eat the bread. You see, she come for you. Now we have bacon and scrambled egg.
Beats anything I've ever seen or heard tell of. Woman just give away her son like that. Just push him off. Just hand him over to somebody else. What kind of woman is that anyway?
Yeah, he said she was drinking.
Yeah, not just a little bit neither.
Well, that might explain it, but it sure doesn't excuse it.
Not for me, it don't.
Oh, she'll probably think it over and feel very sorry about the whole thing and come by and pick him up tomorrow.
I hope you're right, but I'm afraid not.
Well, she's his mother.
She's a terrible woman. Give away her own son and him right there hearing every word of it. I'll tell you this, as long as he's around here, I'm going to take care of him like he ought to be taken care of.
Tomorrow you feel fine. You're going to break the horses like 60. Petey is a tummy full. That right, Petey? You full up?
I'm full.
Hey, that's good.
Sleepy too. Time for new higher hand to get some shut eye.
Absolutely. Come along, Petey. Let's go out and go to bed. We got a bed up there that's just made fit you, huh? And then tomorrow, we'll give you a bath. This thing's a little big, but it's roomy and ought to be comfortable. It sure ain't gonna be binding no place. There you go. In the bed, cover up your head. You know, Petey, this room needed somebody in it. When a room ain't used, it'll get rusty. Do you know that?
I never knew that.
See? You learn something every day.
He looks better in that shirt than you did.
Hey, where'd you get that?
And the Wilson family stayed with us. They left it behind. I thought you might find some use for it.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Joe. Hey, look what little Joe brought us. His name is Oscar. Now, Oscar's been down the road a few miles, but he's still got a few left in him. Would you like to sleep with him?
All right.
Good. There you go. Hug him tight. Make a fine-looking pair. You two get some sleep, but we got a lot of work tomorrow. We got horses to wrangle. Good night. Cute little dog, ain't he?
Yeah, he sure is. this is our new wrangler, huh?
This is him, Petey Conway. Meet Jamie.
Petey, nice to meet you.
I got a little ride to make this morning, Jamie. Reckon Petey could help you with the chores?
You bet your life. With all this work I gotta do, I need all the help I can get. Petey, that there's Harold. He's getting weaned.
Would you like to help Jamie, Petey?
Just fine.
Okay, see you later.
Okay, bye-bye. Petey, where'd you get that just fine stuff?
Papa always said it.
Oh. Petey, would you like to pet Harold? He's real nice. Just go on right over there. He won't bite you. See, now, what we gotta do, Petey, is, we gotta break Harold there from, feeding from his mom and, teach him how to eat out of this bucket.
How do you do that?
Well, you stick your hand down in the milk, see, with your finger sticking up like this. Now, old Harold here thinks that your fingers are his mother's. And so he'll start sucking on your fingers and sucks up the milk. Then you take your fingers away, and old Harold's on his own. Get the idea?
Just fine.
That's good. You want to try it? There, that's it. Put your hand in the milk. That's it.
Oh, he bit me.
I'm sorry. I should have told you. Harold doesn't have any teeth. See, when he feeds on your hand, it feels kind of funny, that's all. Nothing to worry about.
And when the little leprechaun awakened, he picked up his fat bag of gold off the floor of his candy house. Miss Conway?
No. Go away.
Miss Conway?
Oh. I have company. I didn't know I was going to have company. Excuse me. I was combing my hair. My comb. Excuse me. Oh. Here. Sit down here. And, I can give you a drink.
Ma'am, I think you've had enough.
Yes. No. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're right. Besides, there's not enough left. Thank you. I don't mind if I do. I did. Be careful, please. It's very dangerous to your bare feet. I have to sit down. Been feeling poorly. Dizzy. Did you hear what happened to Ed?
I was there.
You were there? Oh. There's gotta be a bottle around here. Look at this. I have to pick it up. Mess. Where's Petey? He slows things. Petey. Where did he go? Where did he go? Petey! Petey!
Mrs. Conway. Peter's at the Ponderosa.
Cartwright. You're the one. You're the one. You sat there and you lied.
I told the truth, and you know it.
You took Petey. You took my boy.
You gave him to me.
I gave him. So I did. I remember. I gave him to you, and I told you to take him, and I told you to feed him, and I remember.
Howdy, Paul. I gotta get him a real pony.
Yeah. I told him you would.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I went out and talked to his ma.
Yeah, I thought you might.
She's a drunken wreck. It ain't no house she lives in. It's a pig pen. I can't let that young'un go back out there to that kind of life. I ain't going.
You better watch that old Tom now. He's a bucking son of a gun.
Hey, this cowboy can ride anything that's got hair on it, including a grizzly bear. Ain't that right, Petey?
That's right.
Hey, Hoss. You know up at Willow Creek, that little foal, 2 months old?
Ah, yeah. Hey, that's what we've been looking for. Let's go up there and pay him a visit, huh?
We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
About this place. Not too many fish come around biting and bothering you. Lets man sleep in peace.
I've been keeping myself informed since the trial. Of course, I know what happened in the courtroom that day when she forced the child on you. I've been keeping track of you and the boy. I've been keeping track of her. Now I think some decisions should be made about the boy. That's why I asked you to come in.
Yes, sir.
I've seen Mrs. Conway twice on the street, once in our home. At my request, Reverend Smith, Sheriff Coffey, also went to visit her. I'm sorry to say we all reached the same conclusion. She's not a fit mother.
Well, I'm sorry to say that I agree with that decision, Judge.
Which brings us to the question of what can be done for the boy. How do you feel about him?
What do you mean?
Well, he's been with you for some time. You've gotten to know each other. You fond of him?
Fond of him? Oh, I don't think that says it quite right. He's a mighty fine young feller. He means a great deal to me, Judge.
I thought so. Ben and Joe, how do they feel?
Oh, they feel the same way I do.
Good. Then I think that answers the question.
What?
That you adopt the boy, if you want him.
Adopt him? Can I do that?
Well, if the boy's mother will sign a paper giving you custody, she's indicated she would.
Judge, these are people we're talking about. Lives and years. I'd like to have a little time to think that over.
I'm glad you feel that way. Take all the time you need.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'll let you know what I've decided, Judge. You were just having a nightmare, a bad dream.
I was dreaming about Mama.
Yeah, you mentioned her name a couple of times.
Is Mama sick?
What do you mean?
She used to be sick a lot.
Oh, yeah. But no, she's all right. Don't you worry about nothing. You just go on to sleep now. Don't you worry about nothing, you hear?
I don't want Mama to be sick.
Coffee hot? Somebody fool around Hobson kitchen. Somebody gonna get lump on head if... Mr. Hoss, you up early? I fix you breakfast. 6 egg, fried potato, hot cake.
No, thanks, Hobson. Not this morning.
It's not locked.
bring the paper for me to sign?
I brought it.
Well, give it to me. Please sign it and get it done with and over with.
There. Sign it.
What are you waiting for? It's yours now. Go on, get out of here. I said get out of here.
Come here. Come here. Take a look at yourself. I said, look at yourself. I want you to see what everybody else sees.
Let me go.
We gotta get some food in you. Putting some water on here to eat. As soon as it's hot, I want you to clean yourself up. You hear? Meantime, I'm gonna get you something to eat. Brought you some stew. Here. Eat it.
I'm not hungry.
Eat it before I stuff it down you. Where do you keep your clothes?
Right there.
Is that it?
That's my best dress.
Katie?
Oh, it's Cartwright.
Howdy. Katie, I'd like to have a dress for this lady.
Oh, fine. I'll get her measurement.
Katie, I need one now. I mean, right now.
But Hoss, I have to make it.
Well, what about this one here? Well, will this fit her?
Yes, just about. But that's Sarah Butler's dress.
Never mind, Sarah. I'll talk to her and make it all right.
But Hoss, I can't let you.
Come on, Katie.
Oh. All right.
And, Katie, can you do something about that? I mean, fix her up a little bit?
I can try.
Well, fix her up best you can. I'll be back in about half an hour, huh?
This way, please.
Hi, Katie. How's it going? Here. That all good, huh?
Oh, Hoss, you've overpaid me.
Well, it's worth it. She looks a whole lot better than she did when I brought her in here. I went by the ladies' shop and had them fill this bag with stuff you'll need to go with that dress. We'll get you some shoes on the way out. Come on. Thanks again, Katie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Enough's enough. Eat that sandwich. Eat it, or I'm gonna feed it to you.
You're running me out of town, aren't you?
That's right.
I don't know who you think you ought to do this to me.
Well, let's just say that I'm probably about the only man around that'll go to the trouble. The way I found you, nobody'd touch you with a 10-foot pole.
I had friends.
Oh? I wouldn't call them that. There's another one. Eat it. Eat it.
Why are you doing this to me?
To get rid of you.
You don't have to. I signed those papers. You can adopt Petey.
There's still you. I don't want you around dying off inch by inch by inch. I want to get rid of you lock, stock, and barrel.
Stopping here for? I'm not sick.
Well, a fella might argue that point, but we're not here for your health. Come on.
Hoss, I expected you earlier.
Well, we had a little bit of a delay, Doc. Doc, this is Jill. Jill, this is Dr. Hubert.
You didn't tell me she was pretty.
Well, I reckon that's a matter of opinion.
Come in, Paul. That's a good face. Good bones. A lot of strength in it. I like it. What are you so angry about?
About this. You two. What's going on here?
Well, didn't Hoss tell you?
Well, I wasn't for sure I was going to go ahead and bring her, Doc, until the very last minute. You see, along with all the other things, she's got a awful mean temper.
Temper? Good. Good. I have a temper myself, and I never apologize for it. Won't you sit down? The woman who kept house for me, helped me with my patients, has just gotten married. And I've been looking for somebody to take her place. Hoss came to me yesterday and asked me if I'd consider you. Frankly, I was doubtful. But now that I've met you, I'm delighted. What about you?
I don't know. I had no idea about this, really. I don't know.
You should like it here. It's interesting work, rewarding. I'll even pay wages.
My husband's in prison. Mr. Cartwright tell you that?
He told me all about you. None of it troubles me. All I want to hear from you now is yes or no.
First, I want to talk to Mr. Cartwright, alone.
I'll be waiting in my office.
What's troubling you now?
I would like a little truth. What are you up to?
What do you mean, up to? Everything's in the open.
Is it?
Of course it is.
You told me you were running me out of town. Now you bring me here.
There's nothing wrong with that. The doc's as fine a man as there is in the county, and anybody will vouch for that. And like he said, the work's interesting and it's rewarding. He'll even pay you wages.
There's got to be a catch here someplace.
There's no catch. It's a chance for you, and a good chance. You do with it what you want. You get drunk, the doc will kick you out. That'll be the finish. You stay clean, and you can make a new life for yourself.
Why? Why are you doing this?
Because because I want to be able to tell Petey that I gave his mother every chance.
And that it was her own fault that she finally ended up dead in the gutter. Get out of here. Get out of here!
Hi, Big Wrangler. How are you, bud?
Just fine.
What? Petey wouldn't go to bed until you got here, so I just read him a little story and he fell sound asleep.
Along with you.
Oh, I was just resting my eyes.
Yeah.
How was your day?
Oh, not the way I expected, all right. Now, come on, Petey. It's time to go to bed. Tell Paul good night.
Good night, Mr. Cartwright.
Ah, what a big boy.
Here. I took the brandy in the kitchen to have a nightcap, and I forgot to put it back. You can have it if you feel you must. I've got another idea. Did you ever play cribbage?
No. No, I never did.
I couldn't sleep either. A feeling of frustration, of hopelessness, helplessness. Losing a patient like Mrs. Johnson, watching her go these past weeks. I kept thinking, there must be something the medical profession can do to save these people. Come, sit down. I'll explain it to you as we go along. First, I deal 6 cards. Now I lay away 2, first down. Let's see your hand now. 8.
15, 2.
And 6 is 21. That's 3 for me.
And 5 is 26, 4 for me.
You know you're going to beat me at this game. Mrs. Conway, you've won yourself a battle. And I think it's the last one you'll ever need to fight.
Thank you.
Come on, off to bed. This is your day off.
Doggone it. Hey, gotta shoot some. That Brennan, it ain't fair.
It is fair.
Yeah, but look how you're beating me.
I guess I'm better than you are.
Well, I reckon you aren't that, little buddy. I think you've been practicing on me. Hey, I think I hear Hop Singh calling. Run in there and see if he's got something good for us to eat.
I ran into Judge Sims today. Wants to see you.
Yeah? I think it's about Petey.
Yeah? Been more than a month since you got Mrs. Conway's consent. Judge figures you ought to go in and get the formal adoption proceedings started.
Yeah.
Mrs. Conway's working in the garden. Today's our day off.
Oh,
I'll call her.
Oh, no, never mind. I'll talk to her out there.
Not until I tell you what happened. Sit down, please. She's done very well. Better than I expected.
Well, that's good news. It's sort of dangerous leaving that stuff out there where she can get to it, ain't it?
I put it there deliberately. She hasn't touched a drop since she's been here. She's worked hard. She's painfully clean.
Well, I reckon she knows you wouldn't put up with anything else.
Well, probably, but I never had to mention it.
Yeah, that mean temper she's got. She couldn't be too good around sick people.
She's very good with sick people. They ask for her.
Are you sure we're talking about the same woman?
Same woman, different environment. There's been changes, but that's why you brought her here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I want you to see for yourself. Go out and talk to her.
Yeah, I reckon I better.
You could at least let a person know you're coming.
I reckon you can work in the dirt without getting a little bit of it on you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, no. Still got that bad temper, ain't you?
Why are you here?
Well, I thought I'd drop by and see you and talk to you. Doc tells me you're doing right well, that behaving yourself.
I bet that disappoints you.
No. No. You got as much right to do well as anybody else, I reckon. I'm going into town in the court tomorrow to adopt Petey.
I thought you did that a long time ago.
Yeah, I tried to. I couldn't get it scheduled in court until tomorrow.
You're afraid I'm going to try and stop you, aren't you? That's why you're here.
Well, things have changed a little. I wondered what your plans were.
My plans are, I'm going to stay with Dr. Hubert a while longer. Then I'm going east. I got people in Kansas. Neither you nor the boy will ever see me again.
Well, say one thing for you. When you make a bargain, you stick to it.
Yep. Especially when you got no choice. You take Petey. Good luck.
Everything's all right, nobody. I just came by to make sure you were covered up, that's all. Petey. You kind of like old Hoss?
I like you a lot.
Well, that goes two ways, buddy.
Can we go wrangle tomorrow?
I don't know, little buddy. I hadn't thought about it.
Can we go fishing?
I hadn't thought about that much either.
I found something to do today. I found eggs for Hop Sing in the barn. A chicken tried to bite me.
Well, Dad burned that chicken anyhow. We'll go out there tomorrow and give that old chicken a talking to, won't we? You get some sleep now. Good night there, Wrangler. Here you go, Petey.
Where are we going to?
It's a surprise. You like surprises, don't you?
Just fine.
Yeah. Forget this. What's that? It's closed.
Oh, yeah, I reckon it is. Thanks, boss. See you.
Have a nice ride, Petey.
Sure.
See you, Paul. This is where that surprise is, I promised you. Come on. There you go.
Petey.
Mama.
Here's Petey's clothes.
What are you saying?
I reckon you'll be interested in this, too, the piece of paper you signed. I'll take care of that for you.
Oh.
Here. Hey, come on.
Oh, I hated you. I hated you so.
Yeah, I know.
Now I can't.
Hey. Jill, any changes that have been made, you made them, not me. Hey, Pete. You're gonna be living with your mama now. You gonna like that?
Just fine.
Doc, you got you a family all of a sudden.
It took you long enough, Hoss.
Yeah. Well, sometimes good things take a spell, don't they?
You gonna come back and see us?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I get over this direction pretty frequently. I'll be seeing you.